Do you want to find out the 4 best botanicals to supercharge your hair vitality? If so, make sure you watch the end of this video because we're going to be releasing those to you. If you're not using one of these, chances are your hair isn't actually at the healthiest it could be. In fact, Cleopatra used one of these botanicals in her ancient beauty practices, and also King Tut was actually buried with one of these botanicals. So make sure you watch the end of the video to find out what it is. The first botanical that I'm referring to here is going to be Shikakai. Now, Shikakai is a super potent ancient Ayurvedic herb. It actually dates back to 2,000 years ago. It was first noted in texts. Those texts being the Charaka Samhita and the Sushruta Samhita. Shikakai hails from India, Southeast Asia as well. And what the word actually means, Shikakai, is a translation for fruit for the hair. Because this is a botanical with a very balanced pH as well as those saponins, what you're actually going to see here is a very gentle cleansing effect from those saponins, as well as a lack of stripping oils from the hair because of the balanced pH. It's usually used in Ayurveda and other cultures as well, mainly as a hair cleanser as part of their shampoo routine. You will also see this botanical used in other places in Southeast Asia like Sri Lanka, where they are using it for their gentle Ayurvedic based shampoos and hair cleansers. Now this next botanical, keep watching because this is going to be the most important botanical of the list. This next botanical that I'm talking about here is Fenugreek. Really interesting. It is mainly from North Africa as well as the Mediterranean and Southeast Asia. This botanical is really interesting and really cool. It actually dates back to ancient Egypt about 1500 BCE, where it was noted in their ancient beauty practices and medicines as well. In fact, King Tut was actually buried with this botanical. It was found in his tomb. Also, Cleopatra may have used fenugreek because at the time fenugreek was used mainly in royal beauty products and royal beauty practices. This was also mentioned in both Greek and Roman medicinal records as a way to treat hair loss. Fenugreek is also very rich in mucilage, which is key for supporting scalp hydration. Also, nicotinic acid, which is incredibly important for the hair's health. The highlight of this botanic is actually that it's used heavily in traditional Chinese medicine TCM to cure and help with stress-induced hair loss. If you are not using this next botanical, then your hair is definitely not at the optimal vitality, so definitely make sure you really lock in for this next one. The botanical that I'm talking about here is hibiscus. Now, hibiscus is really interesting. It has roots that stem all over the world from Southeast Asia all the way to the Pacific. In fact, Hawaiian spiritual leaders and royals actually have been wearing hibiscus for thousands of years. Hibiscus tea was also prized by the pharaohs as it was used a lot in royal ceremonies and for overall vitality of the royals of Egypt. In Ayurvedic culture, it's actually known as japa, and it is mainly used for a hair dye and also to help retain the hair's natural color. Hibiscus is super high in flavonoids and amino acids, which are key and incredibly important for maintaining the hair's natural health and vitality. You even see hibiscus being used in Caribbean and Latin America as they actually use it for hair rinses and for teas to add those extra antioxidants into their diet and also support overall skin and hair health. This next one is an absolute powerhouse. I guarantee you, if you are not using this supercharged, extremely potent botanical, you are definitely leaving something on the table when it comes to hair growth and hair results. What I'm talking about here is ashwagandha. Now, if you do not know what ashwagandha is, this is your time to really pay attention. It has been used in Ayurvedic culture for 3,000 years. It is actually known as the rejuvenating herb. It is mentioned just like our good friend Shikakai in the Charaka Samhita. It is known as Rayasa. The word Rayasa actually means and translates to rejuvenating herb. In Greek-Roman culture, you actually see this botanical being used and mentioned by Hippocrates in his Hippocratic records. He notes this as a botanical to help overall blood flow to the scalp and to the hair and also overall well-being. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs were also believed to consume and take this botanical for its incredible vitality. Pharaohs were also believed to utilize ashwagandha for its revitalizing properties as well as to attain very youthful skin. Ashwagandha is especially incredible, mainly because it is a adaptogenic, which is known in the science world to help regulate hormones. This is actually linked to the sheer fact that it can help hair loss due to stress-induced conditions or even cortisol-induced conditions, which is the same thing as stress. As you see, we gave a super incredible, strengthening, packed list of awesome botanicals from all over the world that will definitely help you, if you use them in the correct way, revitalize your hair's natural vitality. If you want to see more of us diving into the ancient history, helping you balance your beauty, balance your practices, and really shining light on these ancient techniques, definitely make sure you subscribe and leave a like on this video.